Hey guys, I thought I'd just show all my Panthers theme team guys who follow me and we chat with on Twitter how I built my 50-50 squad that I've been running with this week. Um, as some of you know, I was at 95 overall. I had a heap of Nat Team of the Year players, and I had lots of fun. I was doing pretty well. I think I was 8-5. It's not that great, and I was enjoying it, but I wasn't enjoying it as much as I do when I'm playing with my theme team. So I decided to, instead of even doing a 45 overall Panthers squad, I thought I'd go back to a 50-50. I haven't run a 50-50 in a very long time. I'm not running a pure squad because I actually, there's still too many holes. But what I thought I'd do is build a 50-50 squad, see what the best 50-50 squad I could do to get the best out of Keekly, the best out of C-Mac, the best out of Cam Newton, and just see how we go from there. So as you can see, we're a 93 overall, 92 on offense, 94 on defense. I think the key to having a good 50-50 squad is how you use those extra spaces, and I think I've got a pretty good way as far as the Panthers theme team squad goes, so I'm going to show you guys this. Right, so obviously you saw Sean Taylor there on defense. Spoiler alert, there's a couple of guys on defense and a couple of guys on offense. Now, obviously, I'm going to quickly go over the guys who are not Panthers in my squads and then explain why. So I've got Holt, Okoye, and I've got Ogden on the offense. They're the only non-Panthers in my whole offense, my apparent starting offense. Okay. Then on defense, Sean Taylor is, apart from Shazier, the only other starting in appearance non-Panther. I say in appearance because I'm unfortunately one of those guys who does the pause for like just a minute. The first one pause is all it takes me, but just to show you guys why I'm using it. Tony Gonzalez, slot receiver. Believe it or not, I keep him there as slot receiver because when I go to 3-wide sets, I want him out there. He's just really good. I did toy with the idea of having him powered up, but I find that if you've got someone like a tight end powered up and Tony Gonzalez, they will just cover him all the time. And I don't want them to cover him all the time. I want them to be distracted by other people. And I do run Okoye as my power back, and I do sub him in on some packages, especially on the 4-forward stuff you want to get near the goal line. And I've got Jonathan Jones, the slot corner from the team of the year. He stayed there. He's Nat. He is actually awesome at a slot corner. Has done some amazing things for the team. And then my only other one is obviously Pat Tillman, who I have in my second sub. It means I can't have him activated, but can't have him activated and still be at 50 Panthers. And the other thing is obviously I've got Ogden there. The reason Ogden's there instead of the team of the year right tackle is because of the power up situation. So he's there for that reason. You need good tackles. We only had a silver backup, so you might as well use one there. So that's a spot where I've used him. Okoye's there because you have only got one fullback, so you might as well use a good one in the fullback position. Wide receiver, same thing. DJ Moore at 90 overall in the squad is not good enough to be a number one receiver, so you've got to run with Holt, and he's free. Tillman, same reason, he's free. Defensively, Sean Taylor is amazing. And I would highly recommend these things on him. I know it sounds really strange, but like obviously you're going to Lucre and Enforcer. I don't know what everyone else is running, but Zoned Out is nuts for me. It's been absolutely crazy. I always have him in the middle third, and he's just crazy. He covers. If you're going to cover 3, you've got him with Zoned Out and him in the middle third. He covers the whole field. It's just crazy. So I've got him definitely playing there. Also because our free safety is not very good. So Thomas Davis, he is in the squad. He is on the field. Believe it or not, in a couple of different formations I run. He's in there on the 4-4 at outside linebacker, and occasionally on the 3-3-5. And the reason for that is because he's got pretty good strength and stuff, and makes good. He's got a great tackle. Eric Reed, I swap him out for Tillman and strong safety start of the game, but he is a sub linebacker for me. When I run my 3-3-5, I have Eric Reed on one side, Kickley in the middle, and Shazier on the other side. And that's just because he's a great sort of linebacker at strong safety. Great hit power. Zone coverage is more than good for a linebacker. 97 hit power. I mean, 82 pursuit's not great, but it's not bad. The play rec, the tackle, all pretty good stuff for a cover linebacker, and 90 speed. So he can cover distance when it comes to the purples that you want him to run. I have Burns unstoppable force. I've got him like an edge threat and secure tackler, and I put him down on the line in my 3-3-5. Move White to tackle and keep people on there as well. They get home a lot. That's really good for that. Yeah, that's the main thing about the way the team's set up. And the other reason why I haven't got any of the Team of the Year players in it, because the cost to power them up is crazy. I just use my power up pass for the 150 dailies on Jonathan Ogden. But if you're going to have a player in your team that is not of your theme team, then you want to make sure they have double, like in this case, brawler or sprinter. That's because otherwise, in my opinion, it's a wasted spot. Some theme teams might be able to get it, but Panthers yet we're nowhere near getting 30 at the physical chem spot. As it is with the guys that I've got in, every single one of them that's in the starting lineup has double brawler on it, and the double brawler gets us to 28 at the moment, which means I'm like 2 power-ups away. Like if Murray Edison or Dante Jackson, if those guys get power-ups, then I'm 2 power-ups away, or I'm 2 upgrades away. So Greg Olsen will get an upgrade at some point. Norwell's going to get an upgrade at some point. Cam Newton's going to get an upgrade at some point to 95. David Carr might be coming. Be interesting to see. But that'll mean that I'll push them up. And on defense, people who can still get an upgrade for me, both of these two, and all 3 in fact. So Pep's bound to get a 95 at some point. McCoy probably will. Short might. So those guys will all be at 2 as well. And all I need is 2 more, and then I'll have them maxed out, which will be, making Kickley the fastest he can possibly be. Yeah, so that's right. I've obviously got full balance my chems over here. If you have a look, full balance, so need to speed, 50-50, lockdown at 30. Just because mainly for cornerbacks to improve them, make them better. Go deep at 25 because that's where the throw power finishes. Zone run I've got because the go deep doesn't help my line. Zone run does, and I've got it on McCaffrey as well because he didn't need any receiving stats upgrade. Run stuff, I'm going to slowly build that as well. And you'll see that I've kind of got it on the line and Brian Burns at the moment, just to get that extra block shed stuff. Yeah, and that's it. That's the team as it stands.